Thanks for tuning in to another video. I am Stacy, the creator of Twisted Kinks Crochet. And in today's video, it's going to be a quick one. We're going to talk about Good People by Patmina Sabbath. And we're going to show some progress on the Granny Spike blanket. And then I'll show you also how we start this blanket. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, let's get started. So first we'll talk about the book, which is Good People, like I said, by Patmina Sabbath. This book is about a family of immigrants from Afghanistan and the father's determination to achieve the American dream and to raise his family to be the best of American society and the best in their culture. So last week I was saying how I was halfway through the book, and you know that a tragic event happens within the family, but you don't know exactly what it is. I was also explaining that this book is told through perspectives of people who were connected to the family, either friends of the parents, friends of the children, school administration, people who came in contact with them during a particular weekend, people who might have witnessed things. So you do hear how the family feels, but you hear that through storytelling of people who were connected to them. After we got to I think it's part 3 of the book, and it clearly says what happened. Then you start getting into more of the investigation, and you start to read 2 sides of the same event. And at the end of each one, I am questioning, which one do I believe the most? So there's a saying, 2 things can be true at the same time. And I guess it's kind of how I felt. Like, this person witnessed something, this person witnessed the same thing. And if you listen to both sides of the story, you can see where each one is accurate. I love the way that the suspense was built in this book. I love that it's told from other people connected to the family and not from the family themselves. And at the end of it all, I still did not know what I believed about the circumstances surrounding the event. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm not going to say anything more, but I do recommend this book. I said last week, at the point that I was at, which was like a little more than halfway through, that I would recommend it, but that I was going to hold, because sometimes the ending really just blows you. But this book was great, beginning to end. Excellent read, I think, and I would definitely recommend you pick up this book, Good People, Patmina Sabbath. And that is my book talk. So, progress on the Granny Spike blanket. So remember, we talked about this being like the Granny stitch, but when you do your 3 double crochet clusters in the chain 1 space, one of those, your middle double crochet is going to dip down, go up here. Your middle double crochet is going to dip down into the middle double crochet from the row below. So I've got probably 8 or 10 rows on this blanket in this week. It's been a busy week, and I was more concerned about been a busy week, and I was more concerned about finishing the book than finishing the blanket, because I have another book that I'm very excited to get into. I'm late to the game on that one, but I was so excited to get that one started. My focus this week was getting Good People done so I could start Perfect Peace. And so far, that book has not disappointed, but I'll tell you about that one in the next video. So about 10 rows, 8 or 10 rows on this blanket. I should still have it done by the end of next week. And I still have, so I'm not going to try to put all of the green on there, but I think if I do, this is how much I have left of the gray, and this is how much I have left of the pink. So I think that if I try to get all the gray and pink done, I have more than enough green to finish it off and still have green left over and make it a good size blanket. So that's the goal, to put all the gray and pink, whatever I need to of the green, and then finish this blanket off. So that'll be my second blanket for donation, 2 of 4. So let me get this off the table, and then we'll work on how you start the granny spike and changing colors every row so you can actually see the spike in there. Okay. So remember last week I told you the granny spike is worked with a foundation row of multiples of 4 plus 1. And then in the 5th chain from the hook, you'll do 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip 3, do 3 double crochets in the next, and work that all the way down. When you get to your last stitch, you should do 2 double crochets, chain 1, turn your work, and then you'll start the spike rows. Typically, this spike stitch is done alternating colors every 2 rows. So that's what we'll do. I'm going to go ahead and get started on. So I'm starting my chain with a count of 33. So that is multiples of 4 plus 1. And I'm only doing a small swatch for demonstration purposes. Once you've done your chain count, then you want to go into the 5th chain from the hook. So not counting the chain on the hook, but counting the one after as number 1. And then you go into the 5th chain from the hook with 3 double crochets. Then we chain 1 and skip 3 chains and do 3 double crochets in the next. We do that all the way down, and at the end you should be left with 4 chains. So you'll skip 3 as you have done, all the way down, and then do 2 double crochets in that very last stitch. And then we'll chain 1 and turn our work. Back in. So at the end of row 1, you will chain 1, turn your work. I do a double crochet back in that same beginning stitch, okay? And then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to start my spikes. So in every chain 1 space, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do a double crochet, then you're going to start your second double crochet, but you will go down into the second chain from the 3 that you skipped in the row below in your original chain. So I'm going to dip down into the second chain, to finish that double crochet, and then I'm going to do my 3rd crochet back into the chain, this little piece of yarn back into my chain space right here. And that is what you do for your second row. It is a little weird because you're going into that chain Once we get into the next row where you're going into the stitch, it'll be a whole lot easier. But you do 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, start your next double crochet, but dip down into the second chain from the skipped 3 in the row below, your starting chain, finish that double crochet, and then do your 3rd double crochet back into the chain 1 space. Do that all the way down till you get to the end. So I've done all of my clusters all the way down to the end. This was my last chain 1 space. So I'm done my last double crochet. I'm going to chain 1, then I'm going to do a double crochet in this starting chain. That was that whoa, this is where we did we started from the 5th chain from the hook, so that gives us that first, basically that first double crochet. Then I'm going to change colors. So what I do to change my color is I get to the end, I finish that last stitch, chain 1. I'm going to pull that up a little bit so I don't lose any of that yarn. Bring my color to the front. But before I do that, let me show you. I'm going to put my crochet hook back in that top of the double crochet. Hold on. I'm going to put my crochet hook back through the ending, right? So the top of that double crochet, because I'm going to replace that with my new color. Bring my yarn to the front. I'm going to pick up my new color. So again, my yarn is to the front. Pick up my new color, drape that over. I wrap that to the back. Then I bring this all the way through. Chain 1 with my new color. Pull that up so I don't lose it. And then go ahead and pull my blue, my old color, and lock that stitch. So you can see that's not going anywhere. And go ahead and cut my blue. Okay, so then you can just crochet over these tails. And I probably cut my blue a little too short, but I wrap it around the back. Wrap it around the back, and then I just crochet over from there. So I'm going to do a double crochet here to start. And then in my chain 1 space is a double crochet. My second one dips down into the middle of the 3 from the row below. So that goes in there. And then a double crochet in the chain 1 space. And I do pull it up, give it a little, pull it apart a little bit so I can make sure that I'm in the chain 1 space and not in the stitch itself. So again, double crochet in the chain 1 space, double crochet into the middle of the 3 double crochets from the row below. Start your double crochet the same way. Go down into the top of the double crochet from the row below, and then double crochet back in the chain 1 space. Chain 1, double crochet in the chain 1 space. Start your double crochet, but go down into the middle double crochet from the 3 below. And then double crochet back in the chain 1 space. Chain 1. So I'm at the end, and I'm going to do the same thing. Double crochet in the chain 1 space. Double crochet into the middle of the double crochets from the row below. Double crochet into the chain 1 space. And then a double crochet in the last stitch. Chain 1, turn the work, double crochet in that same stitch, chain 1, and then repeat. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and then I'm going to change the color, come back after I've done that. So change colors, did a chain 1, turn my work, double crochet back into that same stitch, crocheting over my ends, and in this first chain 1 space, double crochet, my second double crochet is going to dip into the middle from the row below, trying to crochet over the work and watch it and do all this at the same time is not easy. Okay. And then double crochet in the chain 1 space. Chain 1. And then we just keep doing this. So this is just this is it. This is the pattern. This is all you do. That's it. Change colors every 2 rows. You can see the spikes. You can see the spikes in every row. You see a nice clean edge. And that clean edge on this side. My ends are being crocheted over. That one I just cut a little too short. But that's how the granny spike stitch goes. Hopefully this little demonstration made it a little more clear how it's done, because you can see it in action. So I guess that does it for this week's video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around, spending a little bit of your day with me today. I hope that my book talk about good people was informative but didn't give too much away. Go pick it up, see how you feel about it. I also hope that the demonstration for the granny spike stitch was helpful. I know I just talked about it in the last week's video. I thought maybe demonstrating it would add some clarity to what I was describing. I change colors every 2 rows on this sample demonstration piece. But on the piece that I'm working on, I started changing colors every 2 rows for the first round. And then I changed colors 4 rows of pink, 2 rows of gray, 4 rows of green. And I just kept alternating that way. just remember, there is no perfect way except the way that's perfect for you. So start and end your rows the same way. Do your start and chain multiples of 4 plus 1. Start your 3 double crochets in that 5th chain from the hook. Chain 1, skip 3, do 3 double crochets in that next chain. Carry that all the way out, and then on your next row, start your spikes. No perfect way except the way that's perfect for you. Change colors how you feel like changing colors. Add some originality to your projects. Everybody doesn't have to look the same. So, with all that being said, again, thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to my little old channel, and leave a comment. Let me know what you're working on, if you've ever done the granny spike or if you plan on doing the granny spike. And I will meet you guys back here in the next video. Bye.